All right, Benji, this is going to be the second half for course number 3 for the voiceover for the Japan versus the U17 national team. Again, I'm going to fast forward through the offense. You can edit that out. And just wanted to say, man, hey, I appreciate you doing a hell of a job, and looking forward to getting this thing looking forward to getting this thing done. So let's get rolling. All right, coaches, here we go. Second half of the our Team Japan national team versus the U17 national team. 22-14. Got some calls our way. They got some calls their way. So it was an exciting second half. So looking forward to talking through the defensive series here and the rest of the game for you guys. Let's get rolling with kickoff here. And I can't say enough about the discipline and just the how these guys adapted into into this into that series for us really having the playbook for like less than a month and then having 5 days of practice. So culmination of a lot of things here in the second half, but like I said, we'll go through every series and hopefully you guys get something out of this, like a clinic, at least get one thing out of it. Okay, so 1st and 10 here. Okay, we're bringing pressure to start. You guys can see us creeping a little bit. Okay, we just brought the two baggers inside. You guys saw we were trapping the boundary. Okay, playing Tampa to the field. All right, 2nd down now. They got the tight end wing set in, which actually really hurt us, to be honest with you, until we got into our 4 down stuff and our bear stuff out of the 3 high. Okay, so again we're 0 and 2 0 and 2 4s. Okay, 0 and 2 4s. We're Tampa here now. Okay, we're actually Tampa on both sides. All right, because the wing shifted over. Okay, we bring the fire pressure off the edge. Okay, great run by this young man here. We got guys in position to make plays. We were playing. We were bailing to the boundary there. But the fire pressure and the smoke pressure, guys, that's all going to be available in the 1st and 2nd courses in the PowerPoint resources that you guys have. And tackling courses as well. All right, so 1st down. So again, not really the way we wanted to start the second half, but tight end wing set again. Okay, so we're going to be slanting to the right. Okay, we get kicked instead of spilling it. All right, I think they show the replay here too. We were slanting right, so the defensive end that was in the 4 to our defensive left should have spilled this, but he stopped his feet. You guys will see 79 here. Yeah, he gets kicked. All right, instead it's going ahead and coming down and denting that. And again, we were slanting that way anyway. And again, why we slanted was because of the size advantage. We just didn't feel that we could sit in 4 eyes and be successful. So good job by them. 1st and 10, tight end wing set again. Okay, we're going to be slanting to our defensive left, the offensive right. Okay, mental mistake there by our end. Just ran right upfield. All right, so again, if he does what he's supposed to do and slants, he probably at least has an attempt at a TFL, number 17. So again, one thing I got to stress too here is you need to have a plan for 12 personnel, 13 personnel. That's why in the system you're able to be in a 4 down and a bear front, or just a 5-1. Okay, here we go. Trips nub. Okay, now we're in our 4 down stuff and we're bringing pressure. All right, jumped off sides. Yeah, we're just gonna bring pressure up the middle and play cover one behind it. So 5-yard penalty on them. Back them up. We'll take it. Okay, so they're really 5 strong here. We're bringing pressure. Okay, our end does a decent job of containing. Good job in coverage there. Okay, I'd like to see 79 again. When you're bringing pressure up the middle, you want to make sure that your ends, you stress to your ends that, hey man, we're sending more they can block up the middle. It's going to come to you. So if they need to get a little wider, especially if you're facing an athletic quarterback. Like I said, this young man is committed to Texas Tech, and the other quarterback is going to Mississippi State. So they got some dudes. Okay, now they're into. I believe they get a penalty for too many men on the field here. They call a timeout. Before they do. Yeah, 12 guys on the field. Okay, legal substitution. Again, all things that are helping us. Okay, so another penalty. Get ready to roll here. Let's see what personnel they come out in. Okay, 10 personnel. So again, 3 by 1. Okay, you can see we're 4 over 3. Here comes the rover. Here comes the safety. Okay, we're trapping. Okay, good job. Good pressure by our D line. Okay, 3rd and 14. All right, so rush 3, drop 8. Maybe hold these guys to a field goal here. This is actually a heck of a kick by this kid. I don't know where he's in school, but he's probably going somewhere to kick. This is a boot. You know, for a junior in high school, this is a heck of a kick. And he kicked off well too. He drilled that thing. So again, I mean, from a team perspective, after giving up those 2 pretty big chunks to start, I mean, to hold them to a field goal, that was a really good job. So now we get the ball. We're still up 22-17, and we're going to get to the next defensive series. All right, Benji, I'm going to fast forward to the next defensive series. All right, Benji, here's the next series. All right, guys. So second series after they forced us to punt, you can see they got the Twins open with the wing. All right, so you can see that we're going to be trapping this side, playing Tampa here. Okay, the Vipers over here. Okay, the Rovers over number 3. Here's the trap safety, and then we'll have the Tampa safety over top. Okay, and we were slanting to the wing on that play. Slanting to the wing on that play. Again, just, one thing I got to stress is make sure, again, we had 5 days, but tackling, fundamentals of tackling. Okay, guys had a ton of yards after contact. Okay, so here we're slanting to the wing. All right, Vipers down in the box. Here comes our trap corner. Okay, I thought they called him down, but after you watch this, he was still going. He didn't touch the ground. He rolled on one of our guys. But again, we have guys in position. We have the extra hats when we need them. We just need to make plays. Okay, and you guys can see that's pretty evident. We got extra hats everywhere. It's just getting these guys on the ground. Okay, we're going to bring pressure, 3 under 3 deep pressure here. You see the Viper's going to come off the edge. Okay, this is smoke. Okay, they ran boot right into it. Great play by that young man. He was probably our best defensive player in the back end the whole game consistently. You can see we're bringing both guys off the edge. Okay, we're playing cover 3 behind it. Okay, put them in a second and long hole now. Okay, again, changing field position, changing their ideas about calling things. Okay, so again, 3-by-1, so we're trapping here. All right, and then we're 4 over 3 to the trips. All right, we're slanting away from the back, so we'll be slanting to our defensive right. Okay, great job on the screen here. Okay, this dude just keep running, man. It was a heck of a job by that kid. All right, but again, stress and tackling. Don't just throw your shoulder. Keep your cleats in the ground. Okay, but we got guys there. All right, so that was second and long. Okay, now we get him in a third and long situation. Okay, great read by the linebacker. We just got to finish. All right, we got the rover there. All right, the safety. We got everybody there. Just can't give up yards after contact. Okay, third and long. So again, one of the beautiful things about this is now we can rush 3 and drop 8. Okay, great job to keep coming. Linebacker, what we talked about with this young man was to make sure he was down, to make sure that if he does try to press the pocket to scramble, we do have a linebacker there for secondary contain. All right, really good pass rush, forcing the punt. We're up with 5 minutes, almost less than 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. All right, Benji, I'm going to fast forward to the next defense. All right, bench, here we go. Next defensive series. All right, so we just actually went down and scored, missed a 2-point conversion. So we're up 28-17. All right, so you guys can see tight end, wing, the wide out. So we're 4 over 3. So we're going to be slanting to our defensive right, and we're going to be trapping here in the into the boundary. Again, just need to do a better job of tackling. We got guys there. So again, we're 4 over 3 to that side, trapped to the boundary. 15 did a really good job of playing that trap corner. You got to have somebody that wants to get in there and tackle. You know, if you got to add to the run late. Okay, so we're going to be Tampa to both sides because of the tight end wing here. We're going to be slanting to our defensive left. Okay, better job there. Bad snap kind of helped us, but we're not taking anything for granted. Hey, nice play on second down there, or first down, excuse me. Okay, getting down to it now, almost in the third quarter. We got a 11-point lead. Okay, tight end wing set again. Yeah, they go unbalanced. Okay, we were bringing inside pressure there. The one backer didn't go. But again, our answer to the unbalanced stuff when we got out of the 3 down was to be in our 4 down or our bear stuff. So that's something, again, I think I stressed in a few clips, is that you need to have an answer for the 12 personnel and 13 personnel, because that seems to be something that's going to consistently be used, as colleges keep using it. All right, first down, coming down to the end of the third quarter here. And again, the nice thing about this system too is you do have those options, just where you want to plug in your chess pieces. Okay, we're going to be slanting to the wing here. But we're coming off the edge. Yep, that was our smoke. All right, that was smoke. Again, and that's in the install in the PowerPoints for you guys too. So end of the third quarter, we're up 28-17, heading into the fourth. All right, Ben, I'm going to fast forward. All right, Benj, here we go. All right, guys, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Okay, second down. All right, so again, they got the tight end wing in. All right, so we're going to be slanting to the left. Believe we're bringing pressure here. Yep. Smoke again. You got guys there. It should have been a TFL. All right, instead of about an 8-yard gain. So again, you got hats there. We need to make plays. See what personnel we get here. Okay, so we get 10 personnel. All right, so we're trapping the boundary. All right. Boundary corner pressures coming. Yeah, our safety needed to be there. So when you run that Cincy pressure, when you send the corner from the boundary, and again, I think I talked about this too in the first half, is we couldn't mug the guys because the rules stated that if our guys mugged, they were able to be cut because cutting is allowed. Um, so that's why we had our guys coming from depth. But in the install, you guys will see we have about 6 pressures out of that mugged look with the mic and the jack up on the guards. So that's what you want to run that out of. Unless you're playing Texas high school rules, just be aware of the cut blocks and make sure you practice that if you're going to run those looks. So we get off the field. The safety needed to be trapping the boundary with the rover over top or vice versa, however you guys see it. But we force them to punt and give our offense the ball back, trying to put more points on the board with 11 minutes left to go in the game. Ben, I'm going to fast forward to the next defensive series. All right, Ben, here we go. Next defensive series. All right, guys. So we had a pretty decent drive. They forced us to punt. They have the ball in the 30, down by 11. You guys can see there's a little bit under 8 minutes to go in the game. They have the tight end wing in. All right, so you'll see our Viper coming over here, and we should be slanting to the tight end wing side. Trapping up top. Reverse. Yeah, you got to take a better angle here. All right, Benj, I'm going to fast forward. This gets all kind of mucked up here, so we can just edit this out. All right, here we go, bench. All right, so they hit us on a reverse. They got the ball down to our, I believe, 26 or 27 yard line. So 7 minutes left to go in the game. Into our 4 down stuff now, so we're going to be bringing pressure. We're twisting up front. Got our hutch pressure in. Okay, this is an unbelievable. This is like the second time this happened in this game. He tries to flip the ball. Ball gets popped up. I think we intercepted that. I thought his feet were in. But schematically, we try to spy him. But I mean, he's a heck of an athlete. The reason he's going to Mississippi State. But we get a twist game up front. So our hutch stuff. Okay, we force him to step up. Here comes the spy, right? Here he is. But Parsons does a heck of a job. We're reaching now. All right, but here, I don't know. When you guys watch this, you tell me. I think him fumbling the ball, and now that's up in the air. I think he's in. I think he's got both a knee, at least a knee down. But that was two of the craziest things that I've seen. They give him the ball where it was fumbled. Okay, now it's 1st and 10 from the 11. But that was two crazy plays that I've really never been involved with. But we do have an answer now. Again, we got getting the 4 down stuff. We're getting our bear stuff now. But again, and you guys just figure out what personnel Pete's fists wear, whether Rover or the Jack. All right, we're in our 4 down stuff again. We're going to be playing. Cover 1. Okay, and he gets reached there. All right, Rover makes a heck of a play, saving a touchdown. That's going to actually come up to be big, to be honest with you. You guys will see in a minute or two. Time is not on their side, though. Time is ticking. Our kids are playing hard. So they get the tight end wing in. All right, we jump into our bear stuff. Okay, Rover's up on the tight end. I believe we call a timeout. Okay, Benji, I'm going to fast forward. All right, Bench, here we go. All right, guys. Yep, we're in our bear stuff. We're zeroed out. Rover's got the tight end. We got double edge pressure. Corners on the wing. We're bringing guys straight up the middle. You guys see our linebacker starting to creep. Okay, 17 does a good job here maintaining the edge. All right, we get TFL. Okay, big play there. Okay, going to force them to do some things, force us to do some things here, but we got to make a play. Getting down under 6 minutes here. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got our 4 down. We're hutch there. Our spy falls down. He gets in, but we actually get bailed out here. We get a holding penalty. Like I said, one of the things that we understood was the size difference. So we wanted to use our quickness. So we wanted to move around a lot, and we got a call there, and we're not giving it back. That's for sure. We're pushing them out, 10 yards from the spot of the penalty. Benjamin, fast forward. Okay, here we go, guys. You see the holding penalty down here, right there. Excuse me. Fast forward in here, Bench. Excuse me. Woo. Okay. In our 4 down again, we're going to hutch again. All right, we're going to play. Cover 1. We're going to play cover 1 with a spy. Great play by our corner there. Great play by the corner, holding them to a field goal. Great play. Field goal. Kid makes it. So 28, it'll be 28-20 with about 5.5 minutes to go with our offense getting the ball back. And Benji, I'm going to fast forward. All right, Benji, here we go. All right, guys. So they just forced us to punt. You guys can see there's 3:42 left in the game. They have the ball, I believe, on their 35 or 40, down by 8. So got to stop them. Got to make a play. All right, so 2x2. All right, we're going to bring our Cincy pressure here, corner in from the boundary. Okay, great job. This is a great job by our safety here. They try to throw the screen into the boundary. Great job on the by the trap safety there with the corner coming off the edge. So now second down. Second and long. Balls on the hash. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we have we're 4 over 3 here. We're trapping the boundary. All right. The one of the things we talked about during the week was who do we want secondary contain, and we said we want to keep the Viper in coverage. Obviously, if he wasn't blitzing, but we wanted the backer to the side of the rollout to fire and go contain, secondary contain. So you see the linebacker fire, take not a good angle, but at least he's there putting a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. Viper dropped right underneath the out. Great play by that kid. Like I said, he was probably our best defensive player consistently in the secondary in that back end all game long. He had to jump in and play rover a couple snaps too. So you guys will see here, we're 4 over 3. Okay, linebacker, I wish he would have went through the outside shoulder of the running back, but huge play in the game. Actually, more than likely is going to win us the game. All right, but great play by that kid. Our offense on their side of the field with 2:54 left. Ben, I'm going to fast forward. All right, bench, here we go, last play. All right, so there's going to be about 3 seconds left. They forced us to punt. So now basically what we're going to do is we're going to get into a last play of the game. So we go 2 down linemen with 9 secondary / linebacker Viper type guys. You'll see 17 and 79 are just there, kind of just building the fence for the quarterback not to be able to get out. And then we have 9 guys. So we're a true 3 high here. Obviously, end of the game, 4 seconds left. They got to score and get a 2-point conversion. You can just see 17, just making sure, not rushing. Last chance. Pick. So, shocked the world a little bit there. Great job by those kids, our coaching staff, and this is really how the whole 3 safety system started, man. It was a culmination of a lot of things, but these kids played for each other, and it was a great thing. So, hope you guys enjoyed this and enjoying the system.